you are definitely going to want to stick around to the end of the video to hear the words that I am going to say, because they might just blow your mind. But with that said, everybody, hello! Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another one of our weekly Promised Neverland Season 2 discussion videos. Today we're here to talk all about Episode 5, but before we get into that, quick reminder if you haven't done so yet, to hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, set notifications to all, let all of AniTube know that you're here, and without further ado, let's go ahead and talk about this week's episode. So there's two big things that I'm going to say this week that I really need you to hear, and the first one I'm going to say right off the bat, so there is no questions about this. I am moving the date of Neverland videos. Some of you might even be surprised to see this here, even though the rest of you might be like, what are you talking about? This is the regularly scheduled day for Neverland videos, right? Not moving forward. Moving forward, Neverland's videos are going to come out on Sundays instead, and Dr. Stone videos are going to come out on Fridays. I'm going to switch the days, because usually Dr. Stone videos came out on Sundays. I'm going to switch that, and I'm going to cover Dr. Stone on Fridays. You're going to get Dr. Stone videos on Fridays, and Neverland videos on Sundays from now on. And before anybody gets upset, I have to say that I put both, like, a poll on both Twitter and YouTube when I decided to do this, right? Because I was like, I have a feeling I want to switch the days, so I'm gonna check with YouTube. And I've even had some people say, like, on the Dr. Stone videos that they wish that Dr. Stone videos were coming out like the day that Neverland was, and a lot of people seem to be sort of lukewarm on this season of Neverland. So I was like, okay, so I will leave it up to both Twitter and YouTube to decide for me. I know that I would probably want to talk about Dr. Stone anyway, because I keep getting spoiled on Dr. Stone before I freaking see the episode. So I put it up to a poll, so before anybody gets upset, you can blame the 88% of people on Twitter who said that they would be okay with it, and the whopping 91% of you here on YouTube who said you would be okay with me switching the days. So yeah. The days are going to be switched to Sundays, so Sundays from now on, except next week is a friggin' clip show. So, not like I'm going to be talking about the clip show, but yeah, that's the thing. So you're not getting a Neverland video from me next week anyway, but when you do, the week after, they're going to be coming out on Sundays from then on out. And speaking of the clip show, I'm just going to talk about this. Again, these videos are me rambling about a particular series week to week. Usually that involves the episode, and for the most part, I'm going to talk about the episode. Because here's the thing. Again, I liked it. I did. I would say that I liked it more than I had issues with it. And I want that known. I liked it more than I had issues with it, but oh my god, is it super obvious that things are being skipped. Even for me, I am an anime only on everything except for Tokyo Ghoul. That's the one time I wasn't. And you wanna know why? Because I watched Tokyo Ghoul Season 1 and I loved it. And then I watched Route A. And Route A, as soon as I mentioned that, I could feel some of you at home listening to this, either on your phone or at your computer, going like, ugh, Route A, ugh. And I know some of you just shivered at the mere mention of Route A, especially in comparison to Season 2 of Neverland, because a lot of you know where I'm going. Route A was a complete departure from Tokyo Ghoul's manga, and it was so obvious, even to anime-onlys, that something went way off the rails, that like we went way in a different direction to the manga, and way in a different direction, not in a good way. I can think of many things in my life that have gone a different direction to the source material and it worked out. Rarely in anime have I seen that happen, but I've seen it happen with the early seasons of The Walking Dead. I've seen it happen with all of the Marvel movies. So it's not a bad thing to me if you go off book, as long as you're telling a good story. And Route A was not a good story. Is Season 2 of Neverland a good story? So far, yeah, it is. I don't know. If I'm being honest with myself, and let's be real. Do you come to me to these videos to listen to me tell you that everything's fine? Maybe. I like to think that most people come here because they know that, that I'm going to be honest with them. I do hear a lot of people think that my voice is calming, which I appreciate. But, I want you to be chill here, right? But I'm also not going to sugarcoat things, and I've been honest with you about many things in the past. If I'm ever not feeling a show, I'm going to talk about the thing that I'm not feeling when it comes to the series, right? And with Neverland, I need to stress that when the season 1 came out, it was my anime of the year. Like, I thought that it was absolutely perfect. I loved season 1 with everything I had. And season 2, maybe this is a me problem, because when season 2 had come out, all I was hearing from manga fans was, the best arc is gonna be adapted here. So I was like, okay. So season 1 was amazing to me. And I saw people saying season 2 is gonna have the best arc, and then it kind of drops off. So my expectations were, okay, season 2 is gonna be pure hype, and I can't wait to see what they're gonna do. And then after that, I will curb my expectations and sort of just enjoy the ride. I'm not expecting perfection after this arc, whatever that episode or whatever that arc was. Turns out it was Goldie Pond, but whatever that arc was, I would be cool with the show chilling out after that. You cut it completely, and I'm sorry. Everything that happened this week, like them being like, oh, we're at this bazaar, and they're like selling like pieces of kids to eat, and like, oh my, and our gang is like who's these people? Like, they're covered in like demon clothes, but oh, it's the guys. It's like, yeah, that was really obvious. Like, and I'm not gonna lie to you, the bunker seemed way cooler. Like, the bunker. Blowing up the bunker seemed way too soon, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe they're going to do something with it that my feeble brain, my feeble anime-only brain just does not understand. And I saw a lot of people on Twitter defending the show by saying, like, well, we still don't really know where it's going, And the mangaka's attached, so they're not going to get rid of the best arc. Although, to be fair, every time I say the best arc, a lot of people are split between the first arc and then Goldie Pond, from what I gather. I wanted to see Goldie Pond! I'm actually let down, because as soon as this episode came out, I had so many people, like, just telling me, like, maybe they're gonna go somewhere with it, and then immediately after the episode came out, bless you, I cannot remember their username, and I feel so bad, but you know who you are, a kind individual was like, oh, JoJo, no. No, from what they just showed, there's no, they can't do it now. So I was like, damn it. Damn it. And then I saw a lot of people saying, like, the only thing that needed fixing was the stuff after Goldie Pond, and they got rid of it. And I'm not even a manga fan, and I'm disappointed. And I'm not gonna lie to you, there's stuff here that's great, Screw it, throw the screenshot up now. Norman's back! That's awesome! Why aren't I happy? And I think it's not that I'm not happy. I love Norman. And I was so happy to see him. This is episode 5, dog. This is episode 5 of season 2. I didn't expect to see Norman again till season 3. Again, I'd rather have him than not. But, look me in the eyes, even though you can't. Look me in the voice. Look me through Norman's eyes here. And tell me honestly, my fellow anime-onlys, you noticed, didn't you? You noticed that this felt weird. You know what that felt like? A season premiere. That's what this episode felt like. It felt like a season premiere. You wanna know why? Because the perfect place to end a season was last week, and the best place to start would have been this week. In fact, you know what? I take it back. I take that back. This would have been the perfect place to start. and you could have had the last episode or two. You could have had the last week's episode be the penultimate episode and then have a wind down of the gang slowly learning how to incorporate themselves into a demon village. Because yeah, that came out of nowhere. They just know how to do that now. We just time jumped and they just know how to do that now. Also, Ray and Emma are friggin' ninjas. They're literally running on rooftops. No one else is seeing it. And they just like ninja vanish at one point. And again, I was like, this chase is good, right? Like, everything about the chase is good. The tension is good. You actually feel for the demons who are chasing Emma and Ray, which is such a feat. You know, like, the fact that I was like, I care. I kind of want to see them be able to fix the kids that they're looking after, because that's why they want the meat. They don't actually want to eat Emma and Norman, although I'm sure they do, but they're not the ones who are going to eat Emma and Norman. It's the kids who need their help. Right? So I'm like, that's really cool. They get killed immediately, so I'm like, well, there goes two interesting characters. Damn. They die, and then Norman's there, and I'm like, okay, but even when the chase is happening, like, there's another person who, like, sniffs Gilda. I think it was Gilda. I don't know who it was. It was either Gilda or Dawn. And then walks away, but then walks back, and I'm like, that's some weird, I don't know what that was. Like, something's up there. But even then, I'm like, okay, so why show them walk back? Like, it was obvious that they were up to something. You didn't actually have to show me them walking back. That's not what you had to show me. What you had to show me is how the holy hell did Ray and Emma jump up to the top, to the roof of a building? Like... There's a scene where they get cornered, and you've seen the episode. You know the scene I'm talking about, when they get cornered and they're like, where'd they go? And I'm thinking like, oh, maybe they're behind the crates, or maybe they like went inside one of the houses or something. No, they just straight up jumped to the top floor because they jumped down from it. And I'm like, what did you... Even if you jumped on the crates, I don't think that was high enough for them to jump, like, how? And they only had like 2 seconds to do it. How? Like, you know what I mean? And that's the thing, is this episode left me going like, how? How did Lanyon and friggin' Toma make those masks? We don't know. Like, there's so much that we don't know that, you know what you could have done? You could have spent this season fleshing it out and explaining it. This is, like, not bad. Like that's the thing. Like, I want to stress, like, I know that I'm upset right now, like, and it sounds like I'm angry, or that I didn't enjoy it. And I guess I didn't. Like, I did, but I think what I'm most upset about is I feel like you took away a piece of the story that I was excited to see, and now you spoiled it for me. So I feel like Norman being there feels like a spoiler somehow. Even though I'm anime only and it's not. But it does. The fact that they end up in that village feels like a spoiler even though I'm anime only. So it's not, but it does. And that's where I'm about to say the thing that I cannot believe I'm about to say. I might, God help me, read the manga. And I never say that. You know when I said that? Tokyo Ghoul Route A. It's been that long. I don't even read One Piece. I watch One Piece. That's how much I don't like manga. It's boring to me. Maybe I'll find a way to like react to it on stream or something, and we can post it to the second channel. If this video gets like 100 likes, and if there's enough people asking for it in the comments, I'll do that. I will become a manga fan of Promised Neverland, because I feel like that's probably the better way to go. And I do not blame Cloverworks. I really don't. I actually kind of blame the mangaka, if I'm being super honest. And I know some people are like, no, but he jumped on last minute. No, but he's supervising, and he's the one who's gonna make that call. Like, I've seen some people say, like, the director. No. It'd be the mangaka and it'd be the producers. Like, I feel like that they heard that people didn't like the direction that the show went, and so they changed it, but at the wrong point, you know? And it's obvious, because last week felt so rushed. Like, last week was super good, don't get me wrong. I thought last week was super strong. I thought this week was even pretty good. But both episodes felt crushingly fast, and felt like you were missing something huge, even if you're like me and you're an anime only, and that sucks. That super sucks, because I want to love this. I don't even know what I'm gonna do, right? Because, like, do I continue to cover the show even though I feel this way? That I feel that, like, I'm being spoiled for the manga that I might somehow read? I don't know. I really need you guys to help me out here, because I don't know. And I hate that this is how it turned out. I'm so bummed out, because I loved season 1. And I love anime in general. I so much more prefer anime to manga. I really do. Like, at least if I'm streaming it, it might be fun. But, like, reading manga to me is just so dry. It is not my thing. I've tried so many times, and it's just so dry. But I feel like I'm missing a good story here by having them jumble it up, you know? Like, I want to experience Goldie Pond. I want to see this character that everybody said isn't there. You know, because everyone says, like, they missed out on a character, and he's, like, one of the best characters in the story. And they missed out on everything with the bunker, and that sucks. And so I'm like, what? I feel like I'm missing out, and now I don't know what to do. This is not how I expected my Thursday to go. Here it is. Ooh, with that said, everybody, that is going to wrap up today's video here, so I hope you enjoyed. I hope. If you did, don't forget to boop that up, snooch, share if you care, leave a comment down below, and of course, make sure that you hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, set notifications to all, and let all of AniTube know that you're here. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I hate being negative. And I don't, like, was I negative? I don't know. I hate it. Especially for something like this, and I'm really sorry. Like, I'm really, really sorry. With that said, though, I want to give a big, big thank you to the good folks in the T Squadron. Look at these beautiful people. Look at these beautiful names. And hey, if you would like to join these beautiful people, then there are 2 ways to do so. The first is by hitting that join button right beside the sub button. That gets you a badge next to your name, some emotes to spam in the comments, and of course, your name scrolling past the screen here. Or you could check out that Patreon link in the description. Either way, it is super, super appreciated. So once again, a big thank you to the T Squadron, and once again, help me out, man. I'm so sorry, guys. I don't know what to do. I really don't know what to do. And I'm sad. I'm sad, and I don't know why I'm sad, but just, I'm sorry. Until next time, you stay classy, and you wash your dang hands.